Hey friends, how we doing? It's Mr. Carter here, ready to help you with Fluency and Skills Practice Lesson 5. So the using strategies to subtract homework. So go ahead and put your name on this if you haven't yet already. And let's begin. All right, so for this sheet, I'm noticing that they set up the sheet vertically rather than horizontally, meaning, so like here for number 1, they're starting with 4003 every single time. So they're taking something away from 4003 every single time if you go right down this column here. Same thing with number 2. In this case, they're starting with 2000 and working their way down. And over here, 3007 and working their way down. So we're going to talk about how to do these problems, kind of build on, do one problem, then kind of build the answer from that problem from the one before, etc., etc. So anyway, I'll go through that with you. So for this one, we're going to start with 4003, and we're taking away 3. So, well, that one is pretty easy, because if you take away 3 from 4003, that leaves you with only 4000. And I did that in my head because I know that we have 3 ones in 4003, and we're taking away 3 ones. So that leaves us with 4000. And if I was to show you this on a number line, so I have a number line here, kind of going through, and we're going to start with 4003 and we'll work our way backwards. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take a jump of 3 backwards, and that lands us at 4000. Okay, so now for the next one, it's 4003 take away 13. So now we have 3 here. You know what, let me write that 3 a little bit better. So that's a jump of 3. So now I know to get to a jump of 13, all I need to do is do a jump of 10 more. Okay, because 10 plus 3 is 13, right? So if I'm taking a jump backwards, so I'm taking 1 10 away, so I'm going to have 3000s, 900s, and 90, because that is 10 away. So if we're counting backwards 10, we're just taking away 10 from the 4000. And that gets us 4003, take away 13. So that is our answer here, 3,990. Now, we can double check this using the traditional algorithm, and I'm going to show you that as well. So like the traditional way of subtracting. So if we had 4003 and we're taking away 13, right? So we're going to start with our ones place. So 3 take away 3 is 0. 0 take away 1, you can't do that. And so you need to trade with your hundreds, but we don't have any hundreds. We have 0 hundreds. So we're going to go all the way to our thousands. So we're going to take the 4 thousands, make it 3 thousands, and 10 hundreds. Now we need to take those 10 hundreds and we need to trade 1 for the tens. So we're going to take this 10 hundreds, make it 9 hundreds, and 10 tens. Now we can subtract. So 10 tens take away 1 10 is 9 tens. 9 hundreds take away nothing is 9 hundreds. 3,000 take away nothing is 3,000. So now, again, our answers match, right? 3,990, 3,990. Now, to make our next step, we're going 4003 take away 103. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another number line. I'm going to use this new number line down here. And then I'm going to make a jump of 3 backwards, which we did up here. So if I go backwards 3, again, that leaves me with 4,000, right? So now, since we're subtracting 103, so I'm going to need to make another jump backwards again of 100. All right. So now we have 103. Well, 4,000 take away 100 is 3,900. Okay, so that is the answer for this one. So again, 3,900. And again, what we're doing is we're just building upon what we've already done. So I've taken this one, the answer up here, which was 4,000, and I'm subtracting 100, right? All right, so now if we go to our next one, we're taking 4,003 and we're subtracting 1,103. So if I'm looking at this one here, 103, I'm just taking away 1,000 more, right? So what I'm going to do here is use the same number line that I used a while ago. And I'm just going to make a backwards jump of 1,000. Because that's 1,103. So 1,000 taking away, 3,900, take away 1,000, you're left with 2,900. So that makes it easy to kind of work on the answer you had before to get the answer for the new problem. So that's 2,900. And for the last one, again, it's easy because we're just taking away another 1,000. So we were taking away 1,103. Now we're taking 2,103. So I'm going to use the same number line that I was using a while ago. And I'm just going to go back another 1,000. So we're counting backwards, right? So we have 1,000, 2,103. So again, 2,103. So if I'm taking 1,000 away from 2,900, that leaves me with 1,900. So that is our answer here, 1,900. Now again, you can check these with the traditional algorithm if you wanted to. So if I was to do the traditional algorithm for this last one, it would look like this, right? So it would be 4,003 take away 2,103. So again, with the traditional algorithm, you would go 3 take away 3 is 0. 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 1, you can't do that, so you got to trade. So we're going to take the 4 thousands, make it 3 thousands, and 10 hundreds. 10 hundreds take away 100 is 900. 3 thousands take away 2 thousands is 1,000. So as you can see, 1,900 is our answer, the same answer as we got by using the number line. Now, you can also check your work by adding. I'm going to show you how to do that. So what to do to check your work by adding is what you'll do is you'll take your answer, 1,900, and you're going to add what you were subtracting. In this case, we were subtracting 2,103. So I'm going to put that down here, 2,103. And if you add these two together, the answer that you got plus what you were subtracting, it should equal what you started with, which is 4,003. So let's find out. So 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 1 is 10, so you got to carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. And check this out, boys and girls. So this here is the same as what we started with. So that means our answer is correct. All right, now, folks, we're going to work on number 2. And for this one, again, if we're going vertically, you'll see that we're starting with 2,000 every single time. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with 1, and then we're going to kind of figure out, use that answer to find the answer for the next one, and so on and so on. So this first one is pretty simple because if you're counting from 1,999 to 2,000, you're just making it's just one away. And I'll show you that again on a number line by just going one jump backwards. So it's just a jump of 1. That leads us to 1,999 because if you add 1 to this number, you get to 2,000. So that one is easy. This one is just one away. Okay. Now again, you could use traditional algorithm, and I can show you that as well if you don't kind of trust the number line method. You can go again 2,000 take away 1,999. Well, you'd have to go all the way to the thousands to start, right? To trade because these are all zeros. So you'd have to go 1,000s, okay, and then you would go 10 hundredths. So 10 hundredths. And then you need to take that, make it a 9, because you got to go over here and make this 10. And again, you got to trade again the 10 tens and make it 10 ones. So now you can start subtracting. So 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 9 is 0. And 0 and 1,000 take away 1,000 is 0. So yeah, and you really don't traditionally write numbers this way, but I was just kind of showing you 9 take away 9 is 0, 9 take away 9 is 0, 1 take away 1 is 0. So yeah, you don't really write numbers that way. So yeah, you're left with 1. So again, just showing you a couple different ways to do that. So now, here, working on this one, 2,000 take away 1,990. Well, again, I know that if I start at 2,000 on my number line and I go backwards 10 this time, make a jump of 10, that leaves me at 1,990. Because if you go 1,990 plus 10, you get to 2,000. So this one, again, is pretty simple. It's kind of just a jump of 10. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use the same number line. And I know that if we go from 1,985 to 1,990, that's just 5 away from this 1,990. Right? Because if I count backwards, from here, 1,990, 5, go backwards 5, you get to 1,985. So now what we've done is we made a jump of 10 and a jump of 5. So these together make 15. So that's our answer here. Now again, if you don't trust that, you can go and do your traditional algorithm. I'll do that one over here. 1,985. And 0 take away 5, you can't do that. You can't do any of these zeros, so you got to go all the way to your thousands again. Make it 1,000 and 10 hundredths. And you got to take that 10 hundredths, make it 9 hundredths, 10 tens. And you got to take that 10 tens, make it 9 tens, and 10 ones. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 8 is 1. And again, 9 take away 9 is 0. 1 take away 1 is 0. And you don't write those zeros, so it's just you're left with 15. All right, so now working on the next one. Here, again, I know how to count. So like I know that if I count 500 more, so if I'm starting with 1,500 and I count 500 more, I'm going to get to 2,000. So I'm going to show you that on the number line. So this time I'm going to make a jump of 500. And that brings me to 1,500. Right? So 1,500 plus 500 more gets you to 2,000. So our answer here is 500. And then the last one in this column is, again, 2,000 take away 1,490. Now I'm going to use the same number line. And I know that if I start at 1,500 and I take away 10 more, okay, that's going to land me at 1,490. So again, so 1,490 plus 10 gets me to 1,500. So our answer for this one is 510 if you add your jumps. Okay, so it's 510. So now again, I'll show you the traditional algorithm for this problem here. So that one's down here. So 2,000 take away 1,490. 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 9 again. We can't do that, so we've got to go all the way to our thousands. So we have 1,000 10 hundredths. I'm going to take those 10 hundredths, make it, trade one in for 9 hundredths. 10 ones, 10 tens, sorry. The 10 tens, we make it 9 tens and 10. Oh, sorry, I traded way too much. I got happy with my trading here. Sorry about that. So we have 10. 10 tens take away 9 tens is 110. 9 take away 9 hundredths take away 4 hundredths is 5 hundredths. So here we are, 510, which is the same answer we got over here. Now again, I'm going to show you how to, once again, use adding to check your work. So what you do again is you take the number, the answer you got, and you're going to add it to what you were subtracting. So I'm going to put my 1,000 here to line it up, because it's a thousands place, and I'm going to go 490. So I'm taking what we were subtracting, adding it to our answer. 0 take away 0, 0. 1 plus 9 is 10, carry the 1. 4 plus 1, that's 5, and then I know 5 and 5 is 10, so again, 1 plus 1 is 2. And then there you have it. 2,000 matches what we started with up here. So that's just another strategy to check your work by using adding. All right. So what I'm going to have you folks do is I'm not going to do number 3 for you. I want you to kind of figure this out on your own. And again, think about a number line, think about some strategies, or if you're comfortable doing the traditional algorithm, do the traditional algorithm for these and see how you do. All right, friends, how are we doing? So I'm just going to give you the answers for number 3, just if you wanted to check to see how you did. So for this one here, you should have gotten 3,000. Here you should have got 2,980, 2,700 for this one here, 1,700, sorry about that, and then 700 over here. And then for number 4, everyone's going to get a different answer for 4 and 5, but here's something I came up with. And again, you may have come up with something different. So it says, what strategy did you use to find the differences for problem 2? So I was looking at this one. So for problem 2, or for number 2, I added on or counted up from the number being subtracted until I got to 2,000. So like, for example, here, I added 1. So I started with 1,999, I added 1, and I got 2,000. And it says here, number 5, how could you check your answer to one of the problems using another strategy? So I chose to write down, I could add my answer, like I did here. I could add my answer to the number being subtracted to check my answer. So that's what I wrote here. I could add my answer to the number being subtracted to check my answer. All right, so that's it for now. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. Take care.